because I actually need some opinions. This is not just a concern of mine, but I want to know what you guys think about this. So here it is, and no one's here yet. So I guess as I begin, folks will come in. What's the deal with couples who have been together for a long time, let's say 15, 20 years, let's say even more than that, and who are now in their 50s, 60s, and no longer have sex? What's that shit about? Hey, Greg. Because I have a couple of girlfriends of mine, a couple of male friends, but more girlfriends who have called me recently about the non-sex life that they're having in their marriage. Not relationships where they're just dating someone, but in a committed, I do court papers, the whole 9 yard, husband, this is who I want to be with. And I don't know what to say to them when they are thinking about cheating, when they have tried to talk to their husbands with not very much success. I talked to a girlfriend of mine today who I want to say might be in her mid-50s, maybe, okay? And so she's not an elder, you know, she's a fairly young woman, and her husband and her have not had sex in 6 years, 5 years. And she wants to have sex. Hey, Terry, and she wants to have sex. So I'm not understanding why her husband is not fucking her. What's up, Tracy? And that's what's killing me. Like, when did men stop wanting to fuck? Or is he got someone on the side? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Can anyone help? I got 3 people in right now. Can any of you guys make suggestions on why couples stop fucking? What's that shit about? You know, because I'm going to tell you, the next relationship I'm in, sex was really never an issue with me. So, but I mean, I'm not an older person yet. You know, I'm only 45 this year. So I better not have that problem. But it's not even an age thing, because I have another girlfriend of mine who is 45 and her husband is just a few years older than her, and they haven't had sex in like 2 or 3 years. Then I know I'm not friends with this couple, but I know another couple who's been married like 25, 30 years, has 1 kid left in the house, and they don't have sex anymore. Hey, Alan. I'm not understanding when, and it's not like the loss or the desire to want to have sex is gone. It's not gone. At least from the woman's point of view. So do men at a certain age stop wanting to have sex? Where they do that at? You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of that. So what can I do? What can I tell them? How can I help them? Because I don't want, hey, Alan, because I do not condone adultery. But I also don't condone, like, not being satisfied and not being loved and not being nurtured. And I don't mean loved and nurtured in those senses of someone being there for you, but I mean, people like to have sex. Women like to get fucked. What's up, Mona? I know, well, I ain't gonna shout nobody out without them shouting themselves out, but I'm really I'm boggled by this. I'm not understanding, you know. And at the end of the day, because I do believe in self-preservation, and if you are not happy at home, that's that bullshit to be in a household where you with somebody 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 20 years and you not happy with that person. That makes no sense to me. But I don't know if that's the case for any of the people that I'm thinking about or that are talking to me. I believe that they want to be with their spouse. So in wanting to be with their spouse and wanting to have sex with their spouse, why are they not having sex? Why are people not having quickies? And it's funny because one dude told me recently, he had told me that he doesn't think he's ever going to get married for one of those reasons, because all the married couples he knew, none of them were having sex. And it just made no sense to him. And I agree. And not to say that sex is the basis of a relationship. That's not what we're saying at all. But how are you with your partner? How are you with your loved one? How are you with your everything, and you're not fucking being intimate? And not being intimate where you're not spending moments with that person. That's not what I mean. I mean being intimate as raw as getting fucked. How about that? You know what I'm saying? And it's mad crazy because one of the sisters that I know, one of the sisters that I talked to, the one who's in her 50s, I've made suggestions to her to get on top of him. I've made suggestions to wake him up, with a knob. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Van. I've made suggestions to just, when they're hanging out watching TV, to have no panties on. I've made suggestions to her because she's asked me. So that means that she is concerned about wanting to have sex with her husband and not understanding why her husband is not complying. Is he cheating? Do men lose their appetite at a certain age? What's the deal? Help me out. Come on, y'all. I'm not going to be on here too much longer without somebody giving me some kind of suggestion. I got 3 men. Alan, Van, come on. What's good? Do you guys get to a point that you don't want to have sex anymore? Because I've never heard of that. My girlfriends aren't telling me that their partners are being aggressive and asking for it. Have they become, what's the word? Just comfortable or not comfortable, but just I don't know, robotic, but not even robotic because they're not even fucking. They're not fucking. I don't even know if there's any foreplay. Hey, John. Okay, Mona's going to give me a suggestion, but she's a woman. But let's see what she has to say. Okay. So Mona says sometimes men go through what women go through, like menopause. Okay. Is it a certain age? Does it last a certain period? What can women do in the meantime? All right, so because I know when women go through menopause, certain phases, they're not sexually active either. So what does one do during that time then? Do you then give your partner a hall pass where they can now get service from others and know that that's just what it is? Do they bring others into the situation? I wonder how many people are opposed but not really opposed to that. I remember it could be touchy. It could be sticky, because I definitely have been open to participating with a couple. I think it backfired. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because I truly only engage for the sake of the couple. So my question then is, are couples open enough to want to try to do other things, like bring other people in? You see it in movies. I don't know if that's real life, and I don't know if black folks do it. I know white folks might do all kinds of shit, and that's probably a really racist statement to make. But I wonder, do people of color, do those kind of things where we pay for hookers to just and please our wives or our husbands. You know, I see that in the movies. Okay, John, a male point of view. He says, that's what I said. Men always want to fuck. Okay. Sometimes their bodies ain't up to it as they get older. I understand that. That's why I made the suggestion to my girlfriends that, you know, maybe they have to get on top. Or not even so much get on top. Maybe they, when they wake up, just pleasure him, to arise him, and then, you know, do the little this action. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how many times can you be the one who's asserting yourself as a woman or as the woman? You know what I mean? Like, when, you know, when you can be suggestive, but when does he now begin to step up? You know what I'm saying? After 20, 30 years of marriage. Like, why has he gotten so comfortable? Like, 3S. Only work when the women... Oh, 3... So it only works when women like women? Nah. Oh, okay. So maybe that's why it didn't work. Because the sister didn't really like women and I didn't really like women, and we was just trying something. Oh, okay. So yeah. So those are that's an option. You know, when a woman. But okay. So I got one for you. So I have one of my girlfriends who's never been with a woman, like not even the thought, like a tease, been to a strip club, like nothing. And since being with her husband, has now only been with her husband. So she got with her husband, let's say 20, and now she's 40 something. So she's been with her husband all of these years, never dipped out, never been with a man as an adult woman in a sense. How would she know that she could like the attention from a woman or another man? And how would her husband feel comfortable enough with allowing that to happen if he is not in the position no longer or at the moment to please her? I don't know. I don't want this to be too long. I was just really concerned because I actually was calling one of my girlfriends as she was out on a date and not with her husband. And I felt like she called me so I can call her. But at the end of the day, she's still out. And that's what triggered this conversation, this questioning. Because I'm concerned about you guys. You know, it's not cute. And it's not a good result. And no good comes from adultery. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel good. Just nothing good comes from it. So figure it out. Figure it out. If you want to be with your partner and you want to be intimate with your partner, figure that shit out, y'all. Pray about that shit as a couple. Counseling, you know, pray. I think people forget that you can pray about everything, even about fucking. If your man ain't able to get it in, go buy him some drugs. The stuff at the gas station. Speaking probably from a man who is very still quite sexually active. Especially since he just came back from vacation to islands. I'm sure him and his wife did plenty of fucking. Lord Jesus. Anyway, on that note, figure it out, people. I pray for you guys. And the ones where there is no more end result and it's over and you know who I'm talking to, it's time to every other day fucking someone is dying. Like random people now is just fucking dying every day. Life is way too short because it's not guaranteed to be with someone that you no longer want to be with. And that doesn't mean so that you can be with someone else. That just means, why are you taking up space? Why are you sharing a bed with someone you don't want to? That is whack. Yeah, but I know about that stuff. I hear that, John. That's why you got a happy marriage. All right, on that note, I love you most. Chime in the comments because I'm out of here now. All right, you guys have a good night. Let me go and cook some dinner. I'm so tired. I'm tired of cooking. I'm tired of food. Hey, Tito. No, that rooster grind. Oh, you got to listen to the video and then you can chime in. All right, everyone. I love you most. Have a safe night. It's still time to vote, but that's another conversation. Good luck to whomever's having problems. There's quite a few of us out there. Yeah, man. They need more than luck. All right. Peace out, you guys.